everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Game Changers. I'm your host and founder, Jalen Tart, and along with me is the full crew, Chaz, Joe, and Zay. Fellas, what another great week of sports. You know, a lot of stuff happening this weekend. Homecoming was going on, the NFL, a lot of huge wins for these teams. Shout out to the Tennessee Titans with Derrick Henry get the 3 rushing touchdowns. I thought Josh Allen was going to do what he was going to do, but he got stopped short. But all these other good teams or whatnot that was playing in the NFL, kudos to them. The MLB is going on. The NBA is back. Without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So first things first, fellas, Baker Mayfield. Everyone's been talking about Baker Mayfield. Is he a legitimate quarterback? Is he a franchise quarterback for the Cleveland Browns? Can he even lead the Cleveland Browns to the Super Bowl? So I want to ask you guys, is Baker Mayfield a complete quarterback for the Cleveland Browns? Chaz, I'll start off with you.
Yeah, I think it's tricky because I wouldn't say that he's a franchise quarterback, but I think he's good enough to win a Super Bowl if he has the talent around him that he does. Because I feel like the Baker controversy kind of came back up again. You know, is he good enough? Is he not? But a lot of these games, you know, their defense is is letting up 40, 30, 40 points. So I feel like it's not just on him that they're 3-3 right now. But I think they have the talent to do it because worse quarterbacks have won Super Bowls before, and he's good enough to stay around. So I think for the time being, until you have someone better that you can replace him with, he's good enough to make him a playoff team. And if he gets hot at the right time, because we've seen him get hot a couple times, 3-game streaks at a time, but he needs to get that consistency that, Mahomes or Josh Allen or other quarterbacks have been able to play for a season at a time. So I'm not going to say he's not a good enough quarterback to win, but I don't think he's at the caliber of consistently if the Browns were bad to lead them. But I think they're good enough with him right now. So I think it depends on how good the talent is around him.
Okay. Joe, what you got?
I'm going to have to agree. It's not. I think the real question is he a franchise complete quarterback? I can see Baker Mayfield as a complete quarterback, but as Chaz was stating, he needs. Well, he has the talent, but defense, like Chaz stated, is kind of, pushing him back a little bit. They're 3-3. A lot of people was counting them to win the division, even me. But Baker has potential to be a franchise quarterback. But he's like the weakest part of that Browns team right now. Although the defense is not doing well, I still believe that Baker Mayfield is still a big part of the problem. So yeah, he's a good enough quarterback for right now, but with Baker, and it's probably a little hot take or maybe not, but he's not. The Cleveland Browns are not going to the Super Bowl with Baker Mayfield as the quarterback.
Go ahead, Zay.
All right, I've been preaching this since day one, and I'm gonna state this again. Y'all know how I feel about this. And Baker Mayfield is the kryptonite of the Cleveland Browns. Is he a franchise quarterback? The problem with him is that he is inconsistent. Like sometimes, like last year, he was good. This year, he only thrown 6 touchdowns, 3 INTs, and we're 6 weeks into football, and he's injured right now because he's not gonna play the next game. You got Case Keenum playing against Denver. But it's just the inconsistency of him, and like he has the talent around him, and your defense, like Joe said, is kind of like pushing them back, kind of like not helping them out, helping the team out. And everybody was saying, "Oh, the Cleveland Browns going to the Super Bowl. Cleveland Browns going to win the AFC North." And this is going to be, I'm not going to say too much about that because that's going to lead to our next topic. But Baker Mayfield, he's a franchise quarterback to an extent, but this year is kind of like his worst year, in my opinion.
I agree. I think this is one of his like non-productive years so far. What I've seen when they played the Kansas City Chiefs is what I expected them to be for the whole season. What they did in the first half of the Kansas City Chiefs game was what I thought the team was going to be, and then some. Now it's showing signs that he is injury prone because he hurt both of his shoulders. Now you're out and you got Case Keenum coming in. So I did some research. Well, my crew did some research. I got to give y'all credit too. So far he has 1,474. He threw for 1,474 yards, 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and a passer rating of 97.8. It's decent, but it could be better. You do have problems with OBJ. OBJ is saying that he's not being targeted enough, and you're giving the ball to Jarvis Landry, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt. Tight end. I forgot the tight end name that quick. I forgot his name that quick.
Hooper.
You said, yeah, Hooper.
Yeah, Hooper, yeah.
And then the defense. Zay, you've been preaching this, and you're right. He is the kryptonite. If you would have put Lamar Jackson, for example, on the Cleveland Browns with that talent, you're going to the Super Bowl.
Shout out to Mike for Fortes. I know he asked me the same question. I think I supplied that same answer, and I have something to add to that too. It's more with the Browns with like Super Bowl contending teams before the season. They're kind of having a bad season right now. The Browns are sitting at 500. The Chiefs are sitting at 500. Steelers, they sitting at 500. I mean, they weren't Super Bowl contenders from the jump, but
honestly, Zay, he's not the top quarterback in that division. To me, it's Lamar. Then it's Joe Burrow. To me,
you basing off of this year
alone off this season?
Yes, this off right now. Yeah.
Okay.
This season, I would have to agree.
Right,
and that's the thing. And that's also the thing, reflecting back to OBJ. He was on pace to be one of the best wide receivers of all time when he was with us, New York Giants. And then when he got traded to the Browns, him and Baker really never had a deep connection with each other. The chemistry is not there, and that's why OBJ is not happy. That's why he's not getting enough targets right now. And if I'm the Browns and if I want to win the Super Bowl, you will have to throw it to You have to throw it to OBJ more because like he's a reliable target. He has good hands, a good route runner. He can do almost anything. So Browns got to do something to make Odell happy.
Right.
They got to do something to make Odell
honestly happy. I think he's going to get traded because if this continues to keep happening, he's going to get traded. Possibly Green Bay or possibly Baltimore. One of those teams.
Baltimore.
Or if I was smart, no, that ain't going. I was going to say Pittsburgh, but that's not going to work because Ben is not doing what he needs to do, and then you're trading him in the division. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
So Baltimore probably, but Baltimore's in your division too. So the smartest thing is to trade him to Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers, and that could be another topic too. If he does go to Green Bay, does Aaron Rodgers stay or does he go? Because that is a useful weapon, and they could possibly make the Super Bowl if OBJ goes to Green Bay. Y'all have anything else to?
But that's the thing is Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams going to be there next year. Like a big question. But we'll see. Anything can happen.
Right.
It's tricky, My bad. Did I cut someone off?
Go ahead, Chaz.
Go ahead, Chaz.
I was gonna say, OBJ's never found a rhythm in Cleveland at all. Right. And it's injuries and it's the quarterback relationship. And I don't know, sometimes he's just so well known for that catch. Yeah, like that took his career off. So it's, I'm not saying that he's not good, but it's almost like what would have happened if he never made that catch, years ago. Like we be thinking of him the same way? Because if not, look at him as a couple good seasons, but we see the talent, the athleticism, and I don't know. I'm not good. I'm just saying, we look at him differently than other receivers because of that one catch.
Go ahead, Joe.
I'm going to have to disagree and stop you right there.
All right.
Oh, man.
Besides or after that catch, and y'all know I'm a New York Giants fan, besides and after that catch, look at that man's stats. If it was all about the catch and he didn't do anything after that, like, I would agree with you. But he played by 4 seasons for the Giants, and then in all those 4 seasons, except one, he had 1,000 receiving yards.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And he's a Pro Bowl receiver.
Yeah.
Besides the catch, after the catch. So, yeah, I will have to disagree with you right there, Chance.
I know what you. I'm just saying that we look at him differently though, because he's fallen off so much from that point on that like we see how high like the talent is there because he can do things like that. And then he showed with a couple good seasons, but like, ever since then it's like injury, not playing, not getting along, injury. It's just
that's kind of like what Baker is in now.
Yeah.
It's so much praise of him getting that team that has not been to the playoffs for so long. It's gotten to him to where he started to digress. So we're wondering, can he come back and continue that? We don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah,
But I say, to the OBJ situation, him now, he's not like he has. Okay, let me switch gears like I always do. He's not like Anthony Bennett. He's not like went first round in the draft, and then next thing you know, just been a certified scrub. Like he just been hit, like Chad said, he's just been hit with injuries. He hit a slight downfall, but OBJ still got it. And to the Browns, and pertaining to that, the Browns have more trouble as well because 3 of their starting offensive line are questionable. OBJ's questionable. Nick Chubb is out. I mean, so the Browns are kind of looking pretty crappy on offense.
They thin.
I mean, if you can trust Case Keenum can do what he can do. I mean, but because I'm not going to sleep on Denver, then he can make something happen. I slightly believe that the Browns can make a wild card, but the way it's looking right now, I slightly believe it. I'm gonna give him some hope, but like within the next.
Because
the next 5 games will determine what
I'm saying I don't know because the Bengals are red hot with Joe Burrow.
I forgot about them.
But but at the same time, it's still the Cincinnati Bengals. Do you really think that the Cincinnati Bengals will keep this momentum, will keep this drive going?
I mean, but like the Bengals they young though. All of those players are young.
Exactly, and no postseason experience for the Cincinnati Bengals. So I'm not counting them out or anything, but we're really going to trust a Cincinnati Bengals team that has no playoff experience over a Browns team, that been in there for a year or 2 now.
Right.
Over the course of the week.
I mean, the Browns are injury prone right now, so it's kind of so that second spot in the AFC North, which is my division, that could be it. That's a toss-up. That's a toss-up.
Yeah, because right now it's the Ravens division right now.
So speaking of the Ravens and the AFC North, we're gonna go to the next topic.
Yes,
they're red hot right now. They're 5-1?
Yes, sir.
5-1. Sir. Lamar Jackson is playing some good football with Mark Andrews, Hollywood Brown, Sammy Watkins, all those boys.
Yes, sir.
Are they the real deal? Can they really make it to the Super Bowl if possible?
You already know.
Go ahead, David. That's your team.
Go ahead, David. Start.
I'm gonna give you.
All right. Are the Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl contenders? I would say for right now, yes. But but later, the rest of the season will determine how our Super Bowl chances can be because we still have adversity to go through Like we still have humps to get through because we the Ravens don't have J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, Justice Hill, Marcus Peters, Derek Wolfe. Like we still out. We're still having some injuries every now and then. But the way I look at this, and this is not me being biased, Lamar. Okay, so his rookie year, he started Game 7 in the NFL season back in 2018. Am I right?
2018. Yep.
Okay, 2018. Yeah, he started over Flacco. Harbaugh changed that whole offensive scheme for him and make him more of a rushing attack team. They almost came back from a 20-point deficit against the Chargers, the San Diego Chargers at the time. And then the next year, following year, went 14-2, got a bye, and then lost to Tennessee. Then went to then beat Tennessee.
And then the Bills, they lost to the Bills.
Yeah, lost to Buffalo.
Yeah.
So, like, Lamar is getting closer and closer to the chip, and he is manifesting on getting a chip, bringing a chip back to Baltimore, which they haven't won since 2012, 2013. So, are they Super Bowl contenders? But Lamar's getting closer and closer. The Ravens are getting closer and closer because they actually producing, especially on the passing game on offense. Are they Super Bowl contenders? I say for right now, yes. And this is not me being a fan either. Like, I'm actually having hope.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's a good take.
Yeah, that's a great.
This is it's a tricky question to answer because we're thinking about right now and moving forward.
Right.
We don't know what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
They're red hot, but can they sustain that in the playoffs?
There it is.
Right. Because
That's my only concern.
Right.
That's the only reason why I would have to say no, because we haven't seen that yet.
And honestly, I understand that because we've seen that what the Ravens could do with Lamar Jackson as quarterback. In his MVP season, there was 14-2, got bounced out by the Tennessee Titans. So can they do that in the playoffs? What did last year they went to the second round and lost?
Yeah, they went to the second round.
Right.
We had a wild card.
So the biggest threat right now to the Ravens are the Buffalo Bills and themselves in a way.
Really?
Like Lamar Jackson got to keep doing what he's doing. He is playing excellent, like lights out.
Honestly,
over 2,000.
But they have a chance. They really do have a good shot this year. If they beat Josh Allen in the AFC Championship game, they legitimately have a shot. They got a shot. But it's so many other quarterbacks they will have to face. Like this season,
because he might have to. Right.
He might have to face the Bengals this week. They got the Bengals this week. They got a bye the next week. They play the Vikings at the dog. See, these are all okay games, but when it gets to December, you gotta play Green Bay. You gotta play Joe Burrow. You gotta play Matt Stafford, and you gotta play Ben. I can give you Ben.
Well, yeah,
Ben
doesn't have an offensive line.
And honestly, they can either sweep Cincinnati or split with them. And that are Baltimore at home against Green Bay?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Okay. So we already know what Baltimore can do at home. So honestly, I might give them the edge against Green Bay too.
I don't know about that, Joe. I don't know about that, Joe.
I'm gonna go for the Baltimore Ravens because Baltimore at home is pretty good.
No, okay. They suspect because when they played the Colts, they was down 20. What was it? 20 to 30?
20.
I don't know.
Don't do it.
But they did blow out the Denver Broncos. They did it.
Don't do it. All I'm going to say, don't do it. Just don't do it. Cause that Colts game.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this, guys. And I'm gonna get to Chaz. Chaz got the last word.
Oh yeah, Chaz.
Lamar Jackson has improved with his throwing.
Oh yes.
That is the most significant part about this team. Is his trust with Jim Harbaugh and his throwing. He doesn't even have J.K. Dobbins back yet. And look what he's doing in practice. Imagine what J.K. Dobbins will do on the field for Lamar Jackson and for the rest of the offensive team. Like, these teams aren't ready for that yet. So it's going to be very interesting to watch what the Baltimore Ravens will do. Go ahead, Chaz.
Yeah, they're contenders for sure, and there's a couple reasons why. And at first, I thought there were a lot of red flags. You know, their running backs just kept getting hurt. You know, injury after injury.
Right.
But they're one of the few teams that can handle that because their quarterback is, you know, one of the best dual threat quarterbacks of all time. So their running offense hasn't really skipped a beat, and you can kind of plug in a guy at running back and you can still get production out of him. And the biggest reason to me also is you look at the teams that are really hot right now and think about what they've done in the past. The Bengals haven't done anything. The Chargers haven't proved themselves yet. Time and time again. I mean, this year they're not as bad at it, but close games they typically lose. And then, you know, their biggest one, Lamar Jackson's kryptonite for so long was the Chiefs, and they're in a slump right now. So if the Chiefs don't turn it around, you know, the biggest threat would be Buffalo. But we've seen Buffalo struggle in 2 games this year too. They lost to Pittsburgh and
Tennessee.
Lost to Tennessee. And Tennessee is literally, I'm a big Ryan Tannehill fan, but the reality of it is Tennessee's literally all Derrick Henry. And if you look, they can't handle Derrick Henry, so how are they going to handle Lamar Jackson? A Lamar Jackson who's a better passer now, by the way. So I think this is like a prime year for them to win more than one playoff game. And it's not necessarily a failure if they don't win the Super Bowl, but I think they at least need to win 2 playoff games this year, and I think they can, especially if the run game gets healthy. So I think right now they should be a front runner for sure coming out the AFC.
Right.
Because currently with the standings, they are the number 1 team in the AFC right now with Buffalo losing.
It's even crazy because like they got with the running game as well. It's like they have veterans. You got Devontae Freeman, Latavius Murray, Le'Veon Bell. We haven't heard of Le'Veon Bell. Well, we heard about him last year with Kansas City. I mean, besides him dropping a song with Lil Durk, but we're not gonna talk about it. But like we haven't heard about that man in a minute. But like the way the Ravens are going right now, if they keep this up, it's easy. It's gonna be too easy for them. And like Chaz is saying about Tennessee and how we got a revenge on Tennessee. That because we knew everybody. Our defense has always been legendary, and we neutralized Derrick Henry from less than 100 yards, 62 to be exact. So
big dude though, to be 227 and to be running 21 miles an hour, that's hard to stop though.
My last name.
And fellas, I've been saying this since the beginning, but y'all don't want to listen to me. Y'all saying, oh, they balanced, they got AJ Brown and Julio. No, that is not the case. I've been saying it's all on Derrick Henry. It's still all on Derrick Henry. And Julio hasn't done anything. He has not done anything yet.
And the reason why is because Ryan Tannehill is one of the best play action quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Right. And then adding Julio, I thought, okay, that will help out AJ Brown and Derrick Henry. But now Julio is not, living up to the expectation. Now you have to rely on your running game some more. And AJ Brown can't, well, last game he did, but AJ Brown can't apparently catch the ball this season. So now it's just like Ryan Tannehill just like stuck, and his O-line is kind of getting beat up back there. So basically, Derrick Henry is like their lifesaver. That's why he's the best running back in the league.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think the Titans can turn it around, but they have to turn it around fast because the Colts schedule looking a little much easier. The Colts schedule looking a little easier for them now. Yeah. And then Tennessee could be in trouble.
Yeah. But so all I have to say is this: Lamar Jackson is on a revenge tour this year. That's it.
Okay.
So
to the MLB we go. We're in the conference series championships with the Dodgers taking on the Braves and the Astros taking on the Red Sox. So fellas, Joe and Zay, this is your sport. So we're gonna ask y'all two the questions. Who do you have coming out of these two games, and who do you have and going to the World Series? Zay,
Go ahead, Joe.
Who'd you go?
go ahead,
Zay?
Joe.
Me? Okay.
Go ahead, Joe.
All right. So Zay, this is me and your sport right here, baby. All right. So I'm going to say, I hate to say this. I'm still going to pick the LA Dodgers. Yes, yes, sir. I'm going to pick the LA Dodgers to go to the World Series because they have the best infield in baseball, and I trust their pitchers more than Atlanta's. Now for the NL, because I hate both of these teams with a passion. I do not like the Red Sox, and y'all already know why I don't like the Astros.
Not you hating on teams.
Yankee fans
Everybody
out there.
hates
Hating
the
on teams.
But anyway, Kyle Schwarber or Altuve in Korea. Dodgers versus Boston.
Okay. I can see that. Zay, why you look? Come on, Zay. We gotta get your response.
Tired of the Braves slander, man. Hold on, man.
Oh,
Sorry,
time out.
I got
Hold on. And before you answer that, you gave up on your own team, Xavier Perdis. You gave up on your
not
own
the government.
Who went down? Who went down?
The White Sox?
No, not the White Sox. It was like a player on the Braves. I can't. Dang, who went down? Who went down with that injury?
Ryan Acuna.
Yeah, Acuna. You was like, okay, I'm done with the Braves. I'm done with the Braves. And now look at y'all. Look at y'all, Zay. Y'all might go to the World Series, but y'all not going to the World.
Okay. First of all, yeah, that is true. I ain't gonna hold the people like that. Two, like shout out to the trade deadline because we got a lot of players. We got Adam Duvall back, Eddie Rosario from Cleveland. And Joe, you said you got the Dodgers over the Braves. If the Braves blow this 3-1 lead, I'm gonna lose it. I ain't even gonna hold you. Well, I'm watching the game. I am watching the game right now. It is 5-2 ATL in LA, and we already. I mean, the Dodgers have a great team.
They're playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're playing right now.
Yeah, they're playing right now.
Oh, I thought they was playing tomorrow. Oh
no, but like,
wait, what's the score?
5-2 ATL.
Back to the program.
Yeah.
We gotta keep running.
But like, Kenley Jansen blows saves all the time. And he's been doing that for a minute. They do have veterans. I think most of those veterans have a ring on their own name. But ATL is not going to be counted out. So I got Braves. And I'm going to say the Red Sox because Kike Hernandez has been hot. And the Astros go to the World Series. And I personally think that MLB is rigged.
I see the Braves and the Red Sox. I see both of these series coming down to the 6th or 7th game. But from what I've been watching, it's been very entertaining. If y'all haven't seen the Giants and the Dodgers game 5, I would advise people to watch that because that was a very good game when it came down to the wire.
Although the umpires sucked that game, but we're not going to.
They really did blow the game, but still watch it. Go ahead, Joe. Last word.
And Xavier, I will humble myself and apologize because I did thought tomorrow's game was tomorrow. I thought tonight's game was tomorrow night. And yeah, okay, never mind. I'm gonna change my pick, but I'm gonna have to. I don't think y'all will win the World Series.
That's fine. That is fine.
The AL will win.
I am fine with that. Like as long as
I thought the game was tomorrow, so I forgot.
Joe had all the faith. He had all.
Boom.
He was like, it's 5-2 in the 8th inning right now, man.
So the last topic for today is the NBA opening night. The 75th season of the NBA is back in full effect. Fellas, off of what we saw last night and off of what we're seeing now, what is your thoughts on opening night of the NBA? Chaz, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. Basketball, like I feel like I've always said this. It's one of those sports where opening night and preseason, honestly, like hasn't had that big of an impact on the end of the year. You have it's a long season. So, players like LeBron feel it out for half the season trying to figure it out, with their team. But the two things that have stood out to me, one, the Ben Simmons thing, but let's not get into any
That's
more.
for a later date. We're not.
Yeah.
Y'all not about to get on me this week. No.
Yeah. Everyone knows how the four of us feel about him. Some different than others, but
Yep.
the thing that struck me was that Westbrook performance. Not a very good start to the year. I don't know how much that's gonna carry on, but the thing with him, he's always thrived off his athleticism, and that's an old team. And I'm not saying he's gonna fall off immediately, but if he shows signs of slowing down, the whole point of him being there is to be a bridge from the regular season to the playoffs. Right. And if he can't be that transitional piece, LeBron plays extra minutes. AD's more likely to get hurt again. Carmelo's older. That's not what he's there for. He's not there to pull significant weight. And so that was a big red flag to me. And I think that'll be this is one of those rare times, I think, where the beginning of the year could be an actual warning sign for what's to come for the Lakers or like a LeBron-led team in general. So that's what stood out to me the most, being a favorite in many people's eyes is how that'll play out with their age.
Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah. And I mean, let's just examine the 4 teams very quickly. Nets need Kyrie. Bucks are Giannis is really finding or trying to find that jump shot of his beyond the arc. Lakers, as age do play a part, Russell Westbrook needs to find his rhythm, which I do believe he will at some point in the season.
Mm-hmm.
And the Warriors, my Golden State Warriors, Lord have mercy, Jesus. That bench. Have y'all seen Bielisa last night? Bielisa, Andre Iguodala, baby. What did Max Kellerman say a few years ago? I want Iguodala. That's what we got. Oh, I'm so glad. But yes, NBA is back. All those teams last night is gonna be great this year. So yeah, let's just see what happens. But Andre Iggy can't let's go, Warriors. Let's freaking go.
Go ahead, Xavier.
That man Joe saying Iggy, can't you see RP on Biggie? But yeah, a few things that stood out to me. The Ben Simmons situation, like we're not gonna go in depth about that one. That's for a later day, like Jalen said. Russell Westbrook and his performance. 3 words. What the hell?
Okay.
Okay, but not in a negative way, but it was just it's the first game. There's plenty, like I said before, there's plenty of basketball. Like I said last night, in our little group chat, I was like, it's just one game. So it's not going to define everybody, but the way it's looking right now for Westbrook, he's getting criticized and and that turnover rate is just he just had to find his groove and then make things happen. LeBron and AD, they looking good. I mean, for the first game, AD 33 and 11 and LeBron 34 and 11. That's something. That's classic LeBron and AD numbers. Golden State, where they looking. I mean, if you let Steph Curry pull a triple double out, then man.
And he played like trash. So something is coming.
And his shooting
with there. I will explain that later.
Another thing. The Bucks and the Nets game, Nets, Brooklyn needs Kyrie. They have somewhat. I mean, the Nets have a bench, but it's they're they low key looking like LA. They kind of got some old guys on there. I mean, and then you got And then you got LaMarcus Aldridge who came out of retirement. So it's kind of like,
It's good to see him back. It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
I thought
It's
his
great
career
to see
was
him.
over.
Yeah.
I thought his career was over.
Yeah.
And Milwaukee, I mean, Milwaukee's doing what they're doing. They're looking like a championship team. But not like how they were last year, but or a few months ago in that case. But they doing some damage. They looking good. Giannis with another double. So I'm looking forward to see what this NBA season is all about because it's very interesting.
So we're saying that the Bucks the best team in the East right now over the Nets, right?
I just feel like
it's only
one
game, so I can't answer that. It's only one game.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, without Kyrie this year,
ain't nobody stopping them.
I mean,
the only contenders for me is Atlanta, Philadelphia. If they get their stuff together,
Philadelphia needs a true guard.
Chicago, Chicago. Watch out for Chicago. Watch out for Chicago.
I'm iffy about Philly.
Zach LaVine tonight was on fire. 34 points, and he was 11 of 17 from the field. I'm telling y'all, watch out for Chicago. What I keep on telling y'all?
They're going to be a top 14
throughout the summer. That they're going to be a top 14. Did I say that? I say that? Yeah. All right.
I got to talk. But here's what I took. First and foremost, the fans. You got to give the fans credit. You know, this is the first time that, packed houses, packed fans, we get to congregate and come together and watch basketball. So
not congregate.
Fans. Brooklyn Nets, if they don't get this Kyrie situation under control, Kyrie will leave. They're going to trade Kyrie. I personally think, I've been saying this, I personally think they might do a swap for Ben Simmons, and Ben Simmons will go to Brooklyn. But it could either involve Kyrie or they can involve James Harden.
I feel like on a fan's perspective, though, Brooklyn doesn't want Ben Simmons.
He's an issue too.
Yeah, but he does not want to be in Philadelphia. That's why I don't really have Philadelphia as a contender in the East because they haven't settled the problem yet. That'll be another topic for another day. The Bucks, they came out looking like the NBA champions, as what I thought they would be. Giannis came out, he's improved his jump shot, he's more confident, he's getting his teammates involved. They're playing some good basketball. The Warriors, if they play like how they're playing right now with Klay Thompson coming back, they got a shot to go out of the West. They have a legitimate shot to be a contender. The Lakers, they're contenders too, but Russell Westbrook does not need to shoot the basketball. He can't shoot the basketball. He can't shoot it. It showed last game that he can't shoot it. I mean, Malik Monk was valuable. Wayne Ellington was valuable. Bazemore was valuable. But the only players that I've seen that did well was AD and LeBron. It just felt like it was not a big three at all. It was like LeBron and AD and company. That's what it felt like to me.
Mm-hmm.
The games tonight, right now, the Knicks and the Celtics are really going back and forth. This is in double overtime right now. They're going back and forth. The Chicago Bulls look good. The Hornets showed us something. They came back and won. The 76ers, despite all the adversity, they beat the Pelicans. And then we got the Nuggets going at it, they're in Phoenix playing at the Suns in the next little bit. These are some good quality teams. This is some great basketball that we have not seen in so long. It's like all of the teams are good. Well, not all of them, but like majority. So this will be interesting. Go ahead, Joe.
Oh no, I'm just saying that I definitely see where you're coming from. Cause like it's kind of like unpredictable in a way. Cause with Brooklyn, with the Kyrie stuff going on, Bucks still looking good, Philly with Ben Simmons and everything, and the East is just shaking up, and also the West. Like you really don't know what to expect until we go throughout the whole season, and that's what I really love about this season this year. because it's so unpredictable. You really don't know what will happen. Like you don't know who's really going to win the East or the West at that. So it is so good to just watch basketball and watch these teams compete for, you know, a playoff spot in April. I'm loving it. I love it.
Me too.
You loving it? No McDonald's.
But wait, but before we close out, I want Iguodala. Iggy King C. I am so glad he is back on my Warriors. I'm so glad he's back.
So that will do it for this edition of Game Changers. Y'all can check us out on YouTube and Instagram on Game.Changers 2019. Next week, we'll dive back into more NFL action, some college football, and some more NBA. I hope everyone has a good day. Everybody stay blessed. Peace out, y'all. Take care.
Peace
Take
out.
care, y'all.
Love and positivity.